Ho, ho, ho. It is after Christmas and we are back with your movie review for the week. This one is a Netflix movie because, come on, day after Christmas, are we going to see a movie? No, of course not. We're looking at our presents and playing with toys. We saw Carry On. Carry On starring Jason Bateman as a villain, which is awesome.
It is.
And Taylor Egerton. I probably pronounced it wrong.
Tyrion.
Taron Egerton. He did such a good job masking his accent that I gave him an American name. Taron Egerton from The Kingsman. What is Carry On about, Dennis?
Well, Andy, a mysterious traveler blackmails a young TSA agent into letting a dangerous package slip through security and onto a Christmas Eve flight. That's right. They're trying to unseat Die Hard as the Christmas movie. Will it succeed?
That's right. This is definitely a Christmas movie. When I saw the trailer for it, I'm still skeptical. Netflix is a big platform, Amazon, whatever. When they do their made for their platform movie, I'm still a little, I mean, they've had winners, they've had losers. This one, I was like, Carry On. I read the thing, I saw the trailer. The part of the trailer that sold me was Jason Bateman, honestly, playing the bad guy. Jason Bateman, obviously he's been around forever. He was in Ozark where he was good and bad. In this, he's just the bad guy. I got to tell you, I watched it. I told Dennis, you got to watch this movie. He did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's fast paced, and basically, Egerton's character is a TSA agent. His fiance is, managerial at the airport. And, he's trying to work his way up the food chain at TSA. He wanted to be a cop, and that didn't work out. So this is his job, a faux cop. And, it was good. We're not going to do spoilers or anything. I thought the acting was good. I thought Jason Bateman, like I said, I thought he was fantastic in his wiry type ways, wily and conniving type ways. I mean, what do you think?
I'm right there with you. This one had a really good group of actors in it, but the main one, Jason Bateman, if you've seen him in the Ozarks, you know that he can play an interesting bad guy, and he's got the same demeanor. My wife watched it with me, and she goes, "Oh, even while she's knitting, that's Jason Bateman. Oh, that's Jason Bateman," because we all know him from Dodgeball. Tell him, Cotton. He's got the comedic chops. Arrested Development. He's done so many good movies, but he does really play a bad guy when he wants to. Taron Egerton, he played this downtrodden TSA agent whose life's not going anywhere until his wife, Sophia Carson, she's pregnant, and he realizes there's something to live for now and do it. Theo Rossi is in this, and he plays the Watcher, basically the Overwatch. He is great in it.
You know what's funny about him? He is great, but I just can't get the stink of Sons of Anarchy off of him whenever I see him. And now he's doing roles where, in Sons of Anarchy, he pretty much had a shaved head or very close, maybe a little fuzz.
Yeah.
But now he's doing roles with hair. And I'm just like, this just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Dean Norris, he's in it, and he's basically Taron's boss. And, we all know him from Breaking Bad, and we love him. They got a good group. So one thing that I will say is Netflix hired good people, good actors. It was great casting, and they had chemistry. So the actors were great. So now the question is, how is the storyline? It always makes me nervous when they put something like this and Netflix carries it on. I'm not going to say this was a great screenplay that they put out, but it was solid enough. And the good acting really brought it all together. And I will say it's an enjoyable watch. I don't know if I would have dropped $12.99 to go see it in the theater and I would have been as happy. But
No.
for a Netflix at home kind of movie, it all came together and made it a enjoyable 2 hour. It's about a 2 hour runtime. It's worth 2 hours of your time.
Yeah, it really is. Jason Bateman slips him an earpiece, that little earpiece he puts in. One of the things, and it didn't pull me out of the movie or anything, but he Taron's sitting at his X-ray machine there, and I mean, like, I don't know, 2 feet behind him is another guy at his X-ray machine terminal, and Taron's having a conversation with Bateman, who's talking to him in his ear, and it's not like he's trying to really whisper or anything. And all I can think is that guy 2 feet behind you not wondering who the hell you're talking to? I mean, it's an airport. It's kind of loud and stuff. And, in movies like this, they don't usually, sometimes they'll play up the background noise so it feels like you're right there. And then sometimes they quiet it down. And I think that's what they did. But that's a nitpicky thing. The movie clicks along at a nice pace. Like Dennis said, this is no Oscar movie. It's a fun action flick. I told Dennis it reminded me of Die Hard in an airport. And of course, Dennis reminded me, oh, like Die Hard 2. And I was like, oh, yeah. So
it really is Die Hard 2 in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot because I haven't seen Die Hard 2. When I think Die Hard, I think the first one. I don't ever think about the other one. So, yeah, it has that flavor to it. It's fun. It's something to watch. If you have more time off from now to when you have to go back to work or just whatever, New Year's and stuff, and you're looking for something to watch on Netflix, pop it in. Everybody can watch it.
It is a thriller. They did build suspense, and there's a mystery because you're trying to figure out who the players are and what their roles are. And each of those things are revealed in a solid way. And again, after you watch Die Hard to kick off the Christmas season, maybe turn this one on and give it a watch. It's worth your time. That's all I'm going to say on this one.
All right. Well, let's do our CGC review, where it's a comic book grading scale type of review from 0.5 all the way up to 10.0. It is my turn. Dennis went first last week, and I am going out with a I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. I'm kind of right there with you. I'm at a 6.5. I thought it was solid. It was good. My wife wanted to make sure that I said, I thought it was good too. That was her exact quote. So it was good. Let's see. IMDb does have a rating, and it is at a 6.5. So the IMDb
right in line with us again.
And Rotten Tomatoes. Wow. The critics really like it. They're giving it an 86%. So they're giving it an 86% fresh. The audience, however, isn't quite as excited. They're down at a 58%. They're kind of telling us to skip it. And I think the audience might be a little low on this one. Yeah, I think it's solid. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know what you don't want to skip is KOR-DRATH Volume 2, The Awakening. Guys, I am done with the interior art for this book. It is in the colorist's hands. It is in the letterer's hands. We can see the yellow tape at the end of the finish line to cross it. If you haven't backed it, Christmas is over. Didn't get the present you wanted? Back KOR-DRATH Volume 2, The Awakening. If you didn't get the first book, there's a tier for that. You can catch up with the whole KOR-DRATH saga, some great, fantastic reading. Fans of Game of Thrones, Conan, Dungeons and Dragons, high fantasy adventure. This book is for you. Got some preview pages up, 8 preview pages up. So, guys, go check it out. Lots of different things. You like black and white art, like the old Savage sort of Conan magazines? Get yourself a black and white copy of KOR-DRATH. And check it out, guys. We've got a role-playing game. Gamers out there, you'll love this. 5th edition rules. Very fun. Dennis crafted a great tale. So there you go. The link is in the description below. So after watching this, click that link, take your time, scroll through it, and pick yourself one of the many cover options. And thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year next week. Be safe out there on New Year's Eve. Make sure you have somebody underage that knows how to drive so they automatically can't drink.
Or
And
maybe you get somebody who is of legal driving age to drive you.
I meant under
we
legal
know
driving age, but under 21 is what I meant.
Yeah. So don't hand the keys to your toddler and say, "Take me home."
You know, if you're in some states, you can do that. So there you go, guys. Well, we will be back next Wednesday, January 8th, for the first DNA show of the year. Join us at 3 o'clock to watch the first DNA show of the new year.
Live long and prosper, and Happy New Year.
Bye-bye, everybody.